see if anybody comes on and goes into the chat section. All right. So what I need to do then is I need to make sure I can see the chat all the time. Pull it off to the side so I can see the chat box. All right. So I'll be looking for you guys to say something. And you know, you don't have to use just the chat box. You could actually, when you come on, you should have your microphone shut off. Let's go, first of all, let's shut off your email. Go to the 3 lines that are on the left-hand side. Scroll all the way to the bottom to settings. And shut off your email notifications, toggle that off. So streaming is where we can post things to communicate with each other as well. Classwork, this is where you're gonna find all your work. Resources, this is where we're gonna go into the syllabus. The affidavit is in there, you have it in paper as well. And so for the affidavit, you will sign it saying that you understand the rigor of Honors Algebra 1. Your parents will sign it, and I'm not taking any papers back at this time. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a picture of it and you're gonna upload it. I'm gonna make it an assignment in Google Classroom for you to upload and put it into Google Classroom. How many of you have taken pictures with your phone and then uploaded to Google Classroom? You're gonna find under resources tonight, you're gonna find that there's another post here. What it's going to say is Intro to Honors Algebra 1. It's going to be a Google document, and I'm going to put all the videos on that one document. So I'm not going to keep posting video. I'm going to have one document. It's going to have the date, and it's going to have the YouTube video from class. So if you cannot be with us on Friday at the same time, you're going to find a video there in the afternoon for you to be able to watch. So teacher information. My name is Mrs. Hall. Mrs. Hall. I've been married for 28 years, so it's not Miss Hall, it's Mrs. My email is mhall@rsu73. I will be checking my emails during the school day if I'm not in class. And the telephone number for the school is there with my room extension 202 if you need to get in touch with me. I just wanted to say that I am honored to be a part of the Jay and Livermore District. I'm from Leeds. I've been teaching here at the school for 6 years. I was a teacher in a private school for 12 years before that. And I just want to say that I am honored to be a part of this district. You have members of this school, administration, teachers, janitors, a lot of people who have been working extra hard this summer. And they weren't getting paid for that. They were mostly doing it because they wanted to figure out a way that we could start school right now. And I just wanted you to ask your teachers or ask administrators, hey, were you here this summer? Were you on a committee? And just give them a thank you. Show them that you do appreciate all the hard work that they've done this summer. It's very humbling to see all of the hard work that they did this year. It was a lot of work to be able to be here today. And I'm very thankful to them for all their hard work. So just give a shout out, say thank you. The following rules will be in effect always. Bring the needed supplies that you need to class, pens, pencils, your interactive notebook. You'll be getting a graphing calculator if your parents signed that you can have that graphing calculator to borrow, your Chromebook. Be ready to start when the bell rings. You have time to get in here. You have like 15 minutes to be able to get in here, get your things out, first period. Cell phone policy in this classroom is we don't use cell phones in here. That we do use cell phones for like taking pictures of our work. If we have group work, sometimes I like to have everybody put it on a Google document so that we can put it up and we can look at all the different ways that students did things. But other than using it for those purposes, cell phones are not allowed in class. On Fridays, teachers will check the work for asynchronous as well as in class and enter grades by the close of the school day. A 0 means that the student was absent. So if I give an assignment and you don't pass it in on Friday, then you're considered not to be here if it was on a remote day when you were at home. So let's say, for instance, if you had Thursday as your day and I gave an assignment and you didn't pass it in by Friday, then you would be considered absent for Thursday because you didn't pass in an assignment. You can, however, make that grade up, but you would be counted as an absent. If you need extra help, then we could do that by phone or by Google Meet. I just need you to make an appointment to be able to do that. I need to look ahead. I have a schedule. Fridays are primarily for cohort C, but for the cohort C remote students, but cohorts A and B could participate in Friday as well. We just need to know ahead of time so that I can plan out that time. Students on campus can actually come in and see me on green period 1 or green and black period 4. I have those periods open. So if you're in school or if you're at home and you want to do it through Google Meet, I can meet with you period 4 or period 1 on green. So again, honors usually goes through 2 notebooks. I like to use tape more than I like to use a glue stick. I just feel like the glue stick will dry up in a few years. Those papers just seem to come loose. So I like to use tape on like 4 corners of it, just tape each corner down. A little stapler wouldn't be bad to have. Definitely need scissors. I will be making you a packet. I'll be giving it to you next week of all of chapter 1. I'd like to actually do a few chapters just in case we go remote. That way you'll have all the papers that you need to have. And then, of course, really the necessity here is notebook, tape, and scissors. If you have things of highlighters, that would be great to be able to highlight stuff. But if you don't, that's okay. And obviously pens, pencils, and a pencil sharpener are things that you usually have. And then something to keep it in. So we're going to start first with number 1 with signing up for our digital textbook. You're going to click on the first link, my.homework.com. Your username is your school Google account. It's usually the first 3 letters of your name, your last name at rsu73.com. And the password is Spruce 2020. No spaces, no capitalization. Spruce 2020. We're going to go to Cami. You're going to go to Google. You are going to click on the dots, the waffle. You need to scroll all the way down till you see the big blue K. It's down towards the bottom. Keep scrolling down. There it is right there. Click on that. Everything that we're doing today, you are going to use your school email account to sign up for everything. So go ahead and sign up for Cami. The district put it in there so we could use it. This is what we're going to be using to be able to write on PDFs. Sign up with your school account. It's asking to access your drive. You can go back to the Google slide. You're going to need to sign up for Honors Algebra 1 Khan Academy. Click on that. It's going to ask you your birth date. Has anybody here used Khan Academy before? That means that you're going to need a class code. If you already have an account, you're going to need a class code. So you can sign into your Khan Academy, and then I can give you the class code. It's right here if you need the code for. The next one is going to be Edpuzzle. So go to the slide and click on the third one for Honors Algebra 1. The second one, Honors Algebra 1. Edpuzzle is going to be the same thing. Okay, so I believe that's it for all of that. All right, let's just finish this up quickly about what the rest of it looks like. The grades are showing how it's broken down into percentages. The quarter grade is the most important right now. The quarter grade is 50% for summative, 50% for formative. And this is an example of how that would go. Summative assessments. The test is always going to count twice what the quiz is. Okay, so if a person has one test, quiz 1 and quiz 2, what's that going to look like when Power School does it? They're going to put the test in twice. 93 for the test, and then 82 and 77. So there are 4 grades technically. Divided by 4 gives you an 86.3. So the test is twice the quiz. That's how Power School is going to count it. Over here, your interactive notebook is the one that's counted twice anything else. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grades up here, but there will be 6 down here. 95 is counted twice for the interactive notebook, and then you have the other 4 scores that are there, dividing by 6. So you get the idea here, though, that tests are counted twice than quizzes. The interactive notebook is counted twice over everything else. Late work, deductions. If a formative assessment is late, the student will receive 10% off per day of that grade when the minimum grade being a 50. For a summative assessment, a quiz or a test, a student can contact the teacher within 4 class periods to avoid receiving 10% off the grade. If a student missed the arranged time, then the 10% deduction is automatic. Contact options are email, phone, and face-to-face. In your summer homework packet. Let's actually practice Cami right now so you can see how that works. Open up that digitally. And I'll wait right here till everybody gets to this page. Okay, we are not cookie cutter teachers. Okay, we have a lot of things that are the same, but we also have some things that are different. And you should appreciate that instead of being robots and everybody's the same. Okay, my policy in math is you don't have to show work. Okay, but if I see that you're getting hundreds on homework and then you're failing quizzing or testing, that to me screams cheating. So I will address it at that point. If you pass in your work, your homework, and you haven't showed any answers and you get a failing grade, then I will tell you, go back, do the work, and show the work. That means that you couldn't do the work without seeing it. So I let you go. You can only go so far in math before you have to show your work. This is the beginning of the school year, so I'm not going to, hound you about something as tedious as that. It will catch up to you eventually. You have to be able to see it to be able to do it. If you fail, you have to show your work. I have to make you show your work. You have to discern for yourself. You're young adults. You need to figure out, when do I need to show my work and when don't I? I'm going to have you do your work on your summer homework, the work that you're going to show me, and your final answers are going to go on this. I'm going to take both of them. So you can do all your scratch work on this, okay? Then you're going to put your final answer on the PDF. I'm going to take both of them. So let's see how to do this. If you look at the top of your page, it says this, open with. Okay, so you're going to click that, and Cami should be right there. You can use this to do any of your work. If you have, in English, you guys get the Springboard digitally, right? You can open it in Cami and use Cami to write on that. Science, you're going to get homework to be able to do that you have to write on and pass it digitally. Open up Cami and use Cami on that. You can use Cami for every single subject. All right, so you're going to scroll down so you can have your notes open at the same time as you're working on some of this easy stuff here. Okay, so it says to place a check mark for where the number belongs. The first thing that's going to happen is that when you click on this, it's going to ask you to make a copy. It's automatically going to make a copy for you. So when you take and click on text box, or actually I could use drawing on this one. Let's use drawing. That way I don't have to keep clicking a text box. So at the left-hand side, click on drawing. You can always pick any color that you want. Please don't pick red. Pick any color you want. Pick how thick you want your line to be. Out of curiosity, why not red? Because that's what I correct in. It gets too confusing. No. Okay, so let's go down here then. Is 0 in the natural numbers? Where does the natural set start? How did you naturally start counting as a kid? Yay, your parents are like, yay. You didn't start with 0, did you? Yeah. That most people do not. So we have that 0 is not in the natural. Where does it start? Starts here in the whole numbers. It's the whole set because it includes the number 0. You wouldn't believe how complicated it was when 0 was first being used. It's like, how do you show 0? It's a whole thing on it. Is 0 in the integers? Yes. Is 0 in the rationals or irrationals? You can't be sane and insane at the same time. Either you're rational or irrational. It's in the rationals. Is it a real number? Can any number be fake? Yes, imaginary. We have real and imaginary numbers for algebra too. But imaginary. Let's start the digital portfolio now when you're here. I'm going to go over it again on Friday, but let me just get you to that point so that you have it. you are going to go to a new screen.
I feel like we're doing that a lot.
And you're going to punch in sites.google.com. Sites.google.com. And it's going to bring you to just like it would be if it was a document or a Google slide. You always have a blank one at the top that you can do. Okay, click a blank one. This is where you're going to keep all your resources. Now, you need to think of a site name that you want to name your site. You don't use your first and last name. Okay, you never ever do that out on anything. Only your Google account has that. You should not be doing that on anything else. Like I have used Mathematician 207. I've used Ellie Hall, E-L-E for the end of Michelle, Ellie Hall. Just like if you have a sports name and number that you like, a nickname, anything like that. You can never change the name of your site, but you can change everything else on here. So that would go right here. Title your sites. You got it? Everybody got it? Okay, so you're going to hit publish right here. And you can see what your website name is going to be, sites.google.com/rsu73.com, and then your whatever you said was at the end of that. You're going to hit publish. Now you're going to click right here on the side arrow where the publish is. And we're going to go to publish settings because there's something that they've changed in here that they've automatically done. You're going to undo this right here. This is annoying if you have to keep seeing it every time you want to publish, and hit save. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do up here with a plus sign is you're going to add me as a collaborator, and you're going to punch in Hall. You can put M Hall and you'll see it comes up. It has the flag. All right, so over here you can insert some things. I like to keep my pages open so I can see what's going on there. We can start with the theme. This is really about color. Okay, what color theme do you like? So you can click simple. You can see how it changes the color. You can go down to Aristotle and see the different colors that are in here. You want to pick the color. It's not really about the things that are here because we can change all of these pictures that are up there. It's more about the color. So pick one that you like the color. And then once you're in that place, click on font style. Once you find the color that you like, then click on font style to see what kind of font you want to have for your page. Now that'll be for your whole website. Now you're going to go back to pages. We're going to add some pages in here. You want to add the main word to your subject. Like the first one, click the plus sign, and you're going to put mathematics. And the little plus sign that's down at the bottom. So you click pages first so you can see pages, and then click the plus sign. And then you say done. And you've created a new page on your website. So what you're going to do is you're going to name, not right this second, but you're going to name all of the subjects you have. Like it would be humanities. Well, we might as well do that one right now. Humanities. That would be your history, philosophy, those kinds of classes. Humanities. Humanities. You have science. Language, oops, what did I do? I messed that up. Language. Well, I'm going to show you after this because you also could have Spanish or French, right? Once you have your main subjects, let's actually put in Honors Algebra 1. So click the plus sign. Honors Algebra 1. We are going to nestle that underneath mathematics. So those are the core subject names. You're going to click on it and drag it on top of it so that it's a box. If I go above it, you see just the line, it drops it above it. If I go below it, it drops it below it. But if I want it to go into it, it's got to be the box, and it nestles it underneath. Okay, so that's how you would start that. Okay, I want you to hit Control D so that your website will always be at the top right now. And the next class period, whether you watch me through video or you're with me in Google Meet, we are going to design this more and continue to work on our summer homework.